Hey guys, Hubster's home. He needed my help with something, so I'm 5 seconds late. Hi, Missy. Hi, Kat. Good morning. Don P. Terry Brett. Hi, Jan. That is clean. I was just saying, Hubster's home. He's gonna run my couple of packages to the post. Well, one's UPS and one's post office. So he has some things to do today. So he's home today. Well, he's going out, but yeah. Let's see. Hi, Keeks, Marguerite. So let's see. Let's get the situation here. Um, Say good morning to everybody. Angie. Oh, Angie. Jen and I have something we have to show you. I'll show you in a minute. Annette, Debbie. Good morning, Debbie. Christine, Brooke with an E. Annette. Tell him. Laverne. Who else am I missing? So yeah, I'll show you in a second, Angela. It was something on Instagram, and since you're not on Instagram, I saved it to show you. Let me get a sip of my lemon water. Oliver's been up here all morning, so he just left. So let's see, Belinda. Who else? Asada Missy. So yeah, thanks everybody for being here. I'm going to sort some collage fodder today, just because I straightened up some stuff and I'm trying to sort it. So I thought y'all can help me, and I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to do some collage fodder giveaway, and I have something cool to show y'all. Let's see, where's my note? Here it is for this. To show y'all, I already told Janet about it. She already has it. She's had it for years, but I just found out about it. So, did you know that Camille Dureco a sticker book? No, I did not know a sticker book came out. I'll have to go look for that. I know she has a new book coming out. I have it in my Amazon cart for when it does come out. Let me see here. Let me go over here. Barbara Chicken Pot Pie Society, welcome back, Barbara. I did tell everybody you were going to be gone for a little bit, so glad to have you back, singing your songs. All right, let's see. Let me go to my cart and scroll down to where. Let me scroll down to where it's going to. Her new book comes out June 10th. It's called Catitude. Let me show y'all the picture here. There's her new book. That's her new color book, Catitude. But I'll look for a sticker book. Let's see, Camilla Directo. Let's see. Let me sort by, let me see if I can do this quickly. Sort by new or whatever. Publication date. There we go. I see it, Stickerology. It's going in my cart. Add to cart. That's so cute. I might as well just go ahead and buy it. Let's see. And then I got to show Angie that thing. Oh, didn't need two of them. Let's see. I got to save that one for later. Get it tomorrow. No, I don't need it tomorrow. I need it tomorrow for free delivery. There we go. So I ordered it. Thanks for the sticker book recommendation. Let's see. Who else is here? Arlene. I said hi to Blend Hard House. Scrolling. I said hi to Keeks. Arlene, I hope you had a good birthday. Regina. Said hi to Annette. Scrolling. You have our new sticker book? Oh my gosh. Debbie, I'm surprised. You did not text me that information. I do have 2 new color books coming later today, so I'm going to probably color on Wednesday. So I got 2. Hi, sister. Good morning. I have 2 new color books coming on today, but then I was hoping I'd get them before so I could color today, but that's all right. We're going to do collage fodder sorting. If you're not into that, I understand. Hi, Riri. Did you send me this, Riri? I did put a little post-it over. Did you send me this, Riri? Somebody sent me this with no note. So I don't know if it's you. Riri's usually the one that sends me books. So, thrift books and stuff like that. So Riri, did you send me this? I'm scrolling. Let's see. Becky Hernandez, you failed on the inhaling. Debbie. You did send it to me? Okay. Well, so Riri, and I did post this in my book of the week. And I posted this on I've been posting books every week for 119 weeks. This week was 119 weeks. And I did post my new garden pictures yesterday. Not a lot has changed yet. And one of my tomato plants, Hubster's going to go get me a replacement. One of them's not making it. So I'm going to have to replace one of my, you like the paint brushes? Yeah, Angie. I had two paint brushes over her body in my picture in my book post because it's family friendly. And then Denise sent me this. She sent me this for my Easter gift, the DK Met collector sticker anthology. So I'll show that too. Real quick though, while Angie's here, let me go over to, let's see, I think I sent it to Janet so I could remember to find it. Let's see. Let me go over to Janet and I said, we need to show this to Angie. She goes, we do. Let me find it. Hang on. Where is it? This, okay. Why can't I find it? I'm scrolling back to see if I can find it because I said, oh, here it is. We need to show this one to Angie because Angie doesn't have Instagram. So here we go. I'm going to turn the music off. Having a little nap on the sofa before taking myself to bed for the main sleep. I call it a napetizer. I call it a napetizer. A napetizer, Angie. So Angie takes napetizers. I found it. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I thought that was cute. We thought of you, Angie, when we saw the napetizer. So anyway, let's see. Do I have anything? Cameron I think he was in Bozeman. He left Friday. He and his coworker, they drove all day, 12 hours Friday, I think 12 hours Saturday, 8 or 9 or 10 hours yesterday, and they made it to Bozeman, Montana. And so they have like 3 hours or so, and they probably have already, I don't know. They said they'd be there by noon today, and they're a couple hours behind us. So they're they've about almost made it to Yellowstone in 3 days. And I think they only had storms in Missouri. I think Missouri was the only place they had any rain to drive through. Let's see. Oh, what was I looking for? Oh, pictures and pictures. Let's see. So, where am I going? Photos. Let's see. Let me find my garden. Here we go. So my garden pictures, they're on Instagram, but it looks pretty much the same. This little tomato plant way over here is not going to make it. Well, I'm going to move it over here. I'm going to try to keep it, but I need a bigger, I need this over there. So Hubs is going to go to, this is the tomato plant that's doing well. It's got tomatoes all. I need to prune that a little bit, but I want one like this over on the other side. And so this one's cherry tomatoes and the other one's going to be regular tomatoes. Here's some of my herbs doing very well. And let's see, here's my sage. So my herbs are doing really well. Okay, let's see. What am I missing here? Scrolling. Oh, my body would be completely seized up if I stayed in a vehicle that long. Yeah, I haven't done a long drive like that in quite a while. Well, Hubster and I, we drove to San Antonio for my mom, so it's like 16 hours from Atlanta to San Antonio, I think, something like that. And but we didn't drive straight through. They didn't drive straight through either. They stopped, every night. So maybe yeah, I need to do another fresh Barbie photography with it. I still have tons of my Barbie photography garden pictures. And they're all so good. I just don't really need to do new ones when I have such good old ones, but I should post some. I haven't posted some Barbies in a while. So let's see. Okay, let me get another sip of water. So let me show y'all real quick a few things. This I kind of want to show when more people are here, but I'll show it again. You get it sorted out, honey?
They emailed it.
Okay, all right. I'm live. You want to say good morning to everybody?
Good morning to everybody, guys and gals alike. Hope you had a great Easter. Love that Dolly book.
I know. We've been to the Dolly Museum in St. Pete.
Yep.
Yeah, St. Pete, and also our High Museum here in Atlanta did a big Dolly exhibit a few years ago, and so thank you. And I got the lemon water hiccups. They're saying hi to Hubster. Thanks, Kat.
Yeah, he's probably one of my favorites. I think my favorite is probably Toulouse-Lautrec.
Yeah, I know you do like Toulouse-Lautrec.
Toulouse-Lautrec, then probably Van Gogh,
yeah,
then Picasso, and then Salvador Dali.
Okay, Janet saying hi.
Hey, Janet.
Everybody's saying good morning to you.
Good morning, folks. Okay, I'll get out of here.
All right, that's all right. So you head now. You're going to mail that thing and
yeah, I'm going to go mail that and run over to
Lowe's. Yeah, I already told him you're going to replace one of my tomato plants.
And then I'll come back before I go out.
Okay. All right, honey. I thought I'd make sausage and the rest of our salad from yesterday. Very funny. You love it. Hey, it's not cat food. So anyway, let's see. Let me zoom in one here. We'll flip through these books, and then let's see. Put it in caps if you're talking to me. Hi, Mary. Mary, I hope you're just tired because I hadn't seen you streaming. You missed the last couple of streams, so I hope you're okay. Let's see. Hi, Tex. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to do a quick flip because, it's family friendly. I don't mind nudes in, hi, Tina. I don't mind nudes in my art books, but, I am trying to keep this family friendly. So we, try to. Tina's saying good morning to everybody like she usually does. Hi, Zinjin. So put it in caps if you're talking to me. Make sure you have all messages clicked at the top of the chat window. Let's see. Does I have a margarita? I think I did. Let me get some more. I don't have any bananas, so I don't have any. A cookie just makes my throat scratchier. Okay, so the Dolly, Salvador Dali, Riri sent this to me from one of the thrift book stores. And of course, y'all know I love me some Salvador Dali. I love me some surrealism. And he did have an awesome exhibit here in at our Atlanta High Museum a few years ago. And we try to make as many of the new exhibits as possible. This one's very famous here. So thank you, Riri, for this. Hubster's already has been digging through it. Like he gave me a side eye, like, you're not going to cut that up, are you? No, I'm not going to cut it up. So, but anyway, thank you so much, Riri. I looked for the one that we had at our museum. I didn't see. It's very famous. It's a huge. It's something like one of these in here, but it's not this one. But it's something like this one. Let me see if I can find it again. It was toward the back here. But the one that and I have a postcard of it too. So let's see. Maybe it's a little further back. Maybe it's a little further back still. It's something like this one that we had at the museum. But I didn't see the exact one in here. And but it's so huge. I'm not sure how big this one is. But the one that we had at the museum, it's something like this, and it has a painting of a person standing here about, I'd say it's probably about, that's too, not going to show up. Let's see here. Let me get a cap here or something. Or here. The person standing there is probably about this big. When the painting is on the wall, and it's huge, and it has somebody painted in the corner here, and that person painted in the corner is the same size as we are, like between 5 and 6 foot. This right here was 5 to 6 foot, just to give you an example of how big the painting was. So, and you look up at it, and it looks like you're looking up into it. Had a stained glass window. It looked like you were looking up into the stained glass. And I did not see that painting in this book, but that's the one that was most impressive to me at the museum. So, yeah. Let's see who we talking to here. Hi, CK. Yes, I saw that this morning, CK. Yes, that Pope Francis had passed. Yeah, I saw that. And he was just out on the balcony on Easter, but he did look frail, didn't he? I'm not Catholic, but yeah, I respect those that are. So let's see. Okay, Mary, go on the balcony. You're gonna be tatting. Okay, I hope you're okay, Mary. I must have missed it if you said how you're doing. I hope you're doing okay. I was reading the book. Hi, B3 Barbie. So let's see. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to I figured it was Riri. Thank you, Riri. Hubster's probably going to snatch that one away from me. Then Denise sent me this, the Met Collector's Sticker Anthology. I will give you the ISBN for this. She sent it to me from Amazon, so I know it's on Amazon. 978-059-3844-229. And it's art from that they made into stickers and some of them are little and dark. Some of them are hard to see. Just tired. Okay, Mary. All right. Just like to check on you. Let's see. Thanks. Cat. You're so on it all the time. All right, so I'm just going to do a quick little flip through. It's broken out by different, I don't know if there's a content page. I don't think there's a content page, but it does have, like, here's the modern and contemporary, and I just love this, But anyway, I'll just kind of flip to the different sections. So some of them are nice and big and clear, and then some of them are really small and dark. Here's the Costume Institute. Samantha will probably be getting through this one. And let's see. European paintings. Hubster will probably take that one and stick it on his desk. Egyptian art. I might pick through some of this. I'm almost done with my Egyptian ATC cards for the swap that Janet and I are hosting. Well, it's really Janet's hosting it. She's going to do the swap. But I don't really want to show them to you. I'm going to wait and send them to Janet, and then Janet's going to be showing them as people send them in. I don't know. Janet, did you get any more in? Hi, Mark. Did you get in Ann Makes? Just Jen. Did you get some more cards in yet, Janet? And Janet will be showing them as she gets them in. So I'm going to send her some extras so she can have plenty to swap out in case she needs, so that are not duplicates. One additional set to show today. Okay. So, yeah. So a lot of Egyptian art, Greek and Roman. So it's very cool. Very cool sticker book. Denise knew I would love it because it's the museums, the Met. So let's see. Asian art. Islamic art. The American wing. So it's like Native American and then just U.S. Stuff here. See, like some of these are really dark, but I know the paintings are going to be dark too. So, but it's hard to see some of the really dark ones. So, Arms and Armor. Here's samurai armor. European sculpture and decorative arts. Musical instruments. The cloisters. The libraries. I think that's it. So, yeah. But anyway, it's got quite a collection, which is why it's called a collector. Let's see, who else am I missing coming in? So thanks everybody for coming over. Let me get another sip of my lemon water here. The other thing I had to show is there's enough people here because I wanted to do a sample. But let me find. All right, so let me find something here. I pulled a few things at first. I got 4 packs here. So this is how I store. Kathy Berg was asking. She stores her, and I do this too as well. Little things. How she was talking about how she stores her small ephemera. Well, I do store some of it like this. In these little this like photo box things, and so she was asking how everybody stored their ephemera. Well, I do store. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 or 14 of these little boxes that are right here next to me, just to pull from. And of course, I have my sticker books like the one I just showed you for ephemera as well. But my other ephemera I store in these same kind of packs that I store my collage books in. Okay, all my collage books, whether they're pour toast, collage soup, just random ones, they all go in these snap pockets. And this is how I store my books. But it's also how I store my ephemera packs. And I'm trying to go through them, whittle them down, sort them out, because I'm not using them as much as I would like to, because, I have so many. Plus, I got to tell you guys, I have 4 big tubs of collage fodder in the garage that I still need to sort through. Shh, don't judge me. All right, so in this one, let me just show you a few things here. So these are some washi tape faux postage. They're oversized, right? But and Janet has made, let me see what I can use to do this. Let me find something for a sample. Janet has made faux postage for years with rubber stamping and all that. Let me see if I can find here. Now I'm going to have to dig through to find me a sample something. Hang on. Let me get one of my little packs here. Let's see. One of these. Yeah, this will probably work. Okay. So this has got some of the little, Tim Holtz, and some are probably Tim Holtz, some are not. I can't tell you what's what. I can't tell you when I'm going through this stuff. I can say, oh, I bought this from Jonna, or I got this from, some is Tim Holtz, they're all different stuff. I can't give you links, because maybe, Tim Holtz I got a pack of his people. stuff like that. But I can't give you links to this stuff. It's jumbled. Thank you, Kat. Yeah, there's the plastic envelopes with snaps. Let's see, I need to store my ephemera in accord. See, the problem with an accordion folder thing is that it goes down the bottom and you got to dig down. You got to see, I'm not good at that. That's why my whole room in here is all shelves. I do have a few drawers for tools and stuff like that, but for the most part, this room is all open shelves where I can see everything. Even these little boxes here are on a shelf. Because I have to be able to see everything. These are clear. I can look at them one by one. I don't have to dig down. I've tried multiple, trust me, I have tried multiple ways to sort my ephemera because I use so much of it in my collage. All right, so what I was going to show you is, and I'm going to use one of these little stickers, or there just might be little ephemera pieces. To show you how I found in his name. I kind of recently found him within the last couple months. His channel is called Funk and Dazzle. And he is in Atlanta. And he talks about how he's in Atlanta and he sells at different events and places and everything. And so I just kind of found him a couple months ago. But Funk and Dazzle showed these. And Janet goes, "Oh, I've got some of those." She went and dug them out while we were on the phone. They're called hair thinning shears. They are on Amazon for $5.99. They are only $5.99 on Amazon. And Janet already has, so she probably, knowing Janet, she probably has some fancy ones. But Funk and Dazzle showed these, and I ordered them. And what you can do with this is you can make faux postage perforations. Oh, thank you, Kat. Let me click on that. Hubster, turn the air up. I'm gonna have to go downstairs and turn the air down. It's stuffy in here. I have all the windows closed. The pollen is still. Hang on. Let me go turn on the air. The pollen is still bad here. Hang on. Okay. So you can cut. I got some cheapy ones at the Dollar Tree. Yeah, these are $5.99. Is that how you make yours, Anne? I never had seen I don't cut hair. I don't know. So I didn't even know these existed. But they're long teeth. And depending on how far you go in with them, you can cut, and it makes it look like real postage. See how it's perforated? And you might have a couple little things to trim off, but look how it cuts to look like real stamps. Let me do another one here. See, I tilted it a little bit, and they're a little bit longer so you can see. Then if you need to, you can just take your scissors and trim that down just a little. I don't want to trim it too much because I really want them to show. So isn't that cool? So yeah. Right, Keeks? So you can make your faux postage stamps. And let me see here. Where is it? Not that I need to make any stamps. But if you have something very specific that you want to turn into a faux stamp, you can do that with this. So let's just do another one here. Right? You like the long cuts on it? You do. Well, this is how you can make. It's a stamp hoarding disorder. I like to use my stamps in my collage. So anyway, there you go. So you can do that. I just had to share that with you. I thought, that's a good $5.99 purchase right there. I thought so. I'll hold this out in case someone asks me about it after a while. So a lot of my little, these little, you can buy these little packs of Tim Holtz stuff. And again, I got other things in here too. I got some Marlene. I think this might be some Marlene fodder in here. I don't necessarily sort it by person or company. I mostly sort it by type or size. So, yeah. So let me just look through here. I'll show you what I got in these first. So I got some different, kinds. Like here are the vellum type flowers in this one. I got this one's just got, see, it's such random stuff. But these are the little ones, more, littler stuff in this kind of thing. Let's see what else do I have. I haven't dug through these in a while. I'll show that one. So here's some more of those Tim Holtz type thing. They're either Tim Holtz or Tim Holtz knockoffs, the faux Timmy. Faux Timmy ephemera. Okay, what else do I have over here? Let's see. Oh, I have those little books. These little books that you get in, they're little vellum books. You can get these on Amazon too. They're this little vellum. Let's cut one of these with the scissors. Let's see what happens when we cut one of these. Let's see. Laverne. Who else am I missing? Oh, all right. Let's see here. See if this vellum one works. See. So it just gives you a perforated edge. Very cool, right? You like these little boxes? Well, these, you can buy them separately. I bought I bought them years ago. Michael's had them on sale, and it comes in a big box, a big thick box with, I think there's 24 of them in it. I'm only currently using about 12 or 13 of them. Sorry, guys. The pollen is crazy down here in the South. But I think it holds 24 of these boxes, and it was on half price or something. And I bought them for the boxes. I use the big holder of all these for old jewelry and old, metallic things, metal things, that kind of thing. So these just have all different kinds. This is a Japanese style. All right, I've got to go get something for my throat. Hang on, guys. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I don't have any bananas, which usually helps with the pollen in your throat. So I just gotta have to get a cookie, but it'll do. It's really bad. Yellow everywhere. Yellow pollen on your cars. Yeah. All right. So let's see. It does. At least doesn't usually give me headaches or anything like that. But it is. It does get in your throat. Japanese style flowers and clusters. So, and they come in like a set. All these came together, I'm pretty sure. So there's that kind of thing. So these are already sorted, but just kind of show you some of the things I keep in these small boxes. And I keep them over here with my postcards. Okay, here's another one. I think yeah, see, this has got those little faux maps and faux stuff like this. I stick a lot of these in y'all's happy mail. Let's see. I'm just trying to find something that's different. I think most of these are the same sort of thing. They're just like flowers or Tim Holtz houses. I have a few of the people, Tim Holtz people, but most of my Tim Holtz people are in a big thing like this. I got one here somewhere. There's one. I got a couple Timmy people. So like this one is the Polaroid, not the Polaroid, the, you know, the, when you, I forget what those called, those photo booth things, photo booths. And then there's a few people in here too. But, so this is a lot of Tim Holtz stuff. But it could have other things in here too. Oh. Come on, snap. There we go. Same for this one. This is all Tim Holtz people again. We love our Timmy people. I'll have to do a giveaway with some of the Timmy people today. So I'll put this over here with some envelopes for some giveaways. Let me set that down here so I can kind of sort it out. Let's see. Hi, Kathy Bird. Yeah, Kathy, I use those little photo containers for smaller stuff, and then everything else I keep in this kind of thing. In these. And then I put these either on a shelf or in a tub and line them up like this so I can flip through and see everything. I have to be able to see it or I don't use it. So a lot of Timmy people's in Jen, yeah. Oh, yeah, Kathy, because Kathy showed last week how she does hers. So, but, and I'm always ordering, I think they come 14. I think there's 14 in a pack. Kat put the link to these plastic sleeves earlier, a little minute ago. So, yeah, I have, where's Griffin? I have every book. I have all the Griffin and Sabines. I have everything by, now his name escapes me. I love him so much, and now I can't think of his name. But I have all the Griffin Sabine books back from the 90s. And all his other books, too, including his biography. Fritchie, do you have a biography? Let's see. I saw Patty last week. She said, thank you to everyone who said, oh, that's good. All right. How's she doing, Kathy? This is Kathy's friend. Not Patty, not the Patty that we know in YouTube, but another one of her friends, Patty. Okay, good. Thank you, Kathy, for that update. Why can't I think of his name? But anyway, his I love, you don't have his, have you seen it, Fritchie? Have you seen his biography? She's okay, very weak. Okay. Let's see. Sister, I tried to organize. It turned into a bigger. Yeah, see, I have them sort of sorted like this. But I know that there's so many different things. I could sort them better. So, okay, well, I can't go get it right now, but maybe later if someone reminds me. I always tell y'all remind me toward the end of the show. If y'all remind me, then it probably isn't going to happen. Let's see, Shannon. Hello, Shannon. Okay, so let's see what I got here. And another reason I want to kind of look through it is because I want to use the stuff and I forget what I have. So I think this one is one of the kits that I either got, and again, I'm not going to remember if I got, I think this one is from Jonna, but I buy these kits from Jonna, Preppy Crafty Girl on Etsy, and I get them from Selena. I don't have all these Etsy names written down, and I buy all my fabrics from Selena, Amore Fabriques. So I get these kind of kits from Amore Fabrique Selena and from Jonna, Preppy Crafty Girl, and on Etsy. Thank you, Zinjin. Yes, too many names. And I'm trying to look at y'all and think of y'all's names, and it's a lot. So, but anyway, like these things right here do not need to be in here. These need to go in either one of those little boxes, or I have that big pink crafting box that this kind of stuff goes in. So maybe I'll pull that out after a while. We'll see how much time we have. But this is kind of stuff that needs to go in that big pink crafting box. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, but all right. So see, look, yeah, look, here's this one's from Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl. But there could be other things stuck in here too. But she sells these junk journaling kits, and she searches out vintage things and just all kinds of random stuff. So this is like, game scorekeeping things. All right, here's another one. Like this little thing right here. This doesn't need to go in here. So I'm trying to kind of sort out some of the, here's flower packs. And so here's the little envelope thing that it came in. That's her logo right there. Here's a little, this needs to go to Mary Autier. Mary, this needs to go to you. I'm going to have to make Mary. Now, if y'all know Mary, she's the last person that needs any ephemera. But when I come across something like this, I need a little envelope for Mary. And she's probably back tatting somewhere. But I'm going to put this, let's put a note in here. This is going to be, because look, that has to go to Mary. It's Nebraska. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'll put some more stuff in there, not just that, but anyway. Okay, here's North Dakota. This one was from Keisha. See, there's all different things in here. North Carolina. There's just all different kind of things. Oh, this right here. I know what this is from. I cut up a poster. This was a big poster that I got at Paper Source of all the states. Here's Florida, Washington, D.C., Montana, Oklahoma. This has to go to Janet. Massachusetts, Nevada. So all the states. I mean, I don't need to read. Y'all know what states are, but I have them all here because this was a poster that I cut up. I cut up a poster. So yeah. So let's just put those aside for now because I'm not going to find out who's from what state right now. There's Washington, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. So anyway, I got a whole pack of states. California. So here they all are. Let's just put all the states in here. All right. So again, all different kinds of things. All right. So here is a piece of trim that I know I bought from Hobby Lobby. Now, this may not be interesting to half the people watching my show today. Just saying, I am going to do a giveaway, but it's going to be on Collage Fodder today. Wednesday, I have 2 new color books coming today. Like, I don't need any new color books, but these 2 grabbed me, so I got them off of Amazon. I'm going to color on Wednesday. So if y'all want to see coloring, we'll be back on Wednesday with coloring. Let's see. I'm tatting a heart, learning a new technique. Okay. Mary, I mean, if y'all have not seen tatting, it's like something that's small. It's tiny, tiny, tiny crochet. But anyway, I'm probably saying that Mary's going, no, it's not crochet, it's tatty. But anyway, so this needs to go in my pink box. I'll try to get to pulling out the pink box. Janet, I'll send this to you when I send my ATCs and stuff. So I'm just going to make a little note for Janet. So when I send my ATCs and all blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, Janet, did you ever I sent you a print, and I also sent you those little Japanese ATC things. Did you get them? You didn't mention it. And I'm thinking, I hope they didn't get lost. But they, I hadn't heard you mention it. So All right, let's see. Who else am I missing? Lindy. Hi, Lindy. Yes, coloring Tina on Wednesday. You found a chicken coloring book. Ah. Well, I hope you'll show it on your channel. If y'all don't follow Keeks, y'all, she's got a channel too. You're making some hidden paper clips, Angie? Okay. Oh, you got them Saturday. Okay, Janet, good. Because, we never know. All right. So, anyway, back to the stuff from, I called John a sister woman. And anyway, so this is some more stuff from her. And I'm not sure if all this is, what's all this in here? This just like little buttons. These buttons can go in that box. And I don't know about these 3-dimensional. I will never use these. I'm just saying, I will never use these little farm critters. But they're thick. It's hard to mail these and not have something else. So I don't know. Anyway, farmers market things, feed and seeds. See, aren't these cute? Some just different little doilies. It doesn't need to be in this though. It does not need to be in an envelope. Oh, I see why I kept the envelope. The envelope has little pigs, I guess, on the top. Here's one of those little. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through one pack and I'm going to start sitting out. I'm going to start pulling. I'm going to do 2 US, 2 international, and I'll maybe some more, but we'll see. And I'm going to start making little collage fodder packs. But I don't want to put dimensional stuff in there because then I can't send that much because it's dimensional. What do I do with those things? What do I do with them? Those little, they're under there. Little farm stuff. I don't even want these. I don't want to throw them away, but I don't even want these. I could send them to someone, but that would have to be all they got because they're thick. They're cardstock. All right, so let's see here. We got this little paper. It's an envelope. Again, here's farm stuff. So maybe I'll do a farm one. These are some napkins. Let's start making the kits. Yeah, she would be throwing them all away. This is cute. I'll put that in there. So I'll try to maybe do some kind of theme stuff. Okay, so here's this is a farm one. What else is in here? See, this is the kind of stuff how Jonna would do her kits. Here's some fibers. I'm going to put that in the kit. All right, so that's about as much as I can do in one kit with two stamps, especially if it's international. If it starts going into being a package, right? So that's about as thick as I can do right there. So there's a farm kit. Let's put that over here on the stack. Okay, what else do I say? This kind of thing needs to go in my pink box. All right, so here, what are these? These are some kind of little. You see what I'm talking about, though? That's another farm thing there. I just need to put all these little farm animals back in this envelope so they're not in my way. All right, so here's some little ticket stubs. Cinema, Churchill Twin Cinema in Hazleton, PA. We'll look through this little thing in a minute. All right, let's see. Let's put some of these little things back in here. Is this fun to anybody? I don't know if anybody likes looking through this kind of stuff. I do. When someone's going through their fodder, like Kathy the other day, I like that. And look, Jonna also is very, she's very 50s retro. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff in there. All right, trick or treat. This was right here. This was a poster I cut up. Okay, this was a poster I cut up, and it's vintage trick or treats. I think I'm going to I'll make a thing out of this. It was a big poster from what do you call it? Paper Source. It's a Paper Source. So let's make a pack here. But some of them I think are duplicates. So I'll keep a few, and then I'll make a pack. And let's see, let's put this in here, this in here. Okay. Okay. Here is a magazine, and I'm not sure if all this is, again, I'm thinking it's from Jonna because it has her name, but you remember those treat bags? Okay. So here's some music. All right, so we got a farm, a trick or treat. Let's do maybe some music sheets here. All right, a couple music sheets. I'm trying to make a couple. I don't know if I can do them really themed because there's so many. The themes are not together. You know what I mean? All right, so let's see. Here's a fashion magazine. I should give this to Samantha. Yeah. All right, we're going to throw this aside for Samantha. All right. Some little labels. We'll put some labels in one. Oh, here's another cat. This is let's put that in the farm. Can't get these too thick now, but I'm gonna put that down there on the floor at the farm. All right, here. This is some. I don't know. I don't know if all this is from Jonna or not. This is one of those ViewMaster things, a vintage ViewMaster things. You put this in the view thing. Not the clicking ViewMaster like the kids kind. This was an adult one. So, all right, let's see here. Here's some, we'll put some of this in with the Halloween. There's a bird, faux, I mean, it's a real stamp. All right, so I think I've got enough stuff here for, let's see, what's this? Just a cool green paper. There's a label. Here's some yellow and kind of, that's kind of the colors of Halloween. We'll put that in there. What's this? A Superior paint label. No, that bow's too thick. Okay, so now we got a Halloween sort of and a farm one. I was going to think about letting y'all pick, by who got the closest. Okay, so now let's do some music and something else. Here's some. Let's do maybe music and school. Well, this is a label. This might have been from Keisha. I'm not sure. Maybe a sister woman, Jonna, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, here, these are some Tim Holtz little label thing, little word fetty. We'll put that in there. Some more music. Here's some faux parchment. Well, that's real parchment. We'll put some parchment in there. Let's see what else. This is some wrapping paper. Let's see, will that fit in there? Here's some book paper. Okay, so we got words, music, school kind of thing. Oh, I think I won this on Keisha's thing because this was a 4-tier journal thing. Okay, so I don't know. Here's some letters. We'll put this in here. Hang on, let's fold that over. Okay, that's probably a good amount. All right, let's see what else we can do. So I think it's a mixture. Again, I throw a lot of stuff together. All right, and then here's the little pack of stuff. We'll put this in there too. All right, so there we go. We got this little flower word pack. We'll call it a flower word pack. And then this kind of stuff needs to go in that pink box. All right, so then we got some card. Now, let's start last one. I'm going to have to do more than, I know, I'm going to have to do more than 4 because I just like I like making these little kits. All right, here's some little cards. Auto. Let's see. Let's maybe do some cards. Some people like vintage cards. They're vintage cards. We'll do a vintage card one. And then here's some vintage people. Okay, so see this now is I've whittled this down to about half. This is like a piece of card. Put that in the back. Here's a little. Okay, are y'all bored yet? Y'all let me know. If y'all are bored, we don't have to do this. I just thought it might be kind of fun. Now I need a little bowl or something for all these little buttons and little things like that. Let me look around here. Let's see here. Let me get an Angie bowl. We'll get an Angie bowl. Angie made these bowls. And I'm going to put all this stuff in one of these here. Okay. Angie Bowl. Buttons. This one's for Mary. I'm going to put some more stuff for Mary in there. Okay, so let's see here. All right. Is this the one I just had? This is a different one with the same kind of stuff. No, this is the one I just had. Okay. So I'm going to set that down here. I'm going to try to make stacks and try to do it. All right. So those are the vintage cards. Let's see what else we got here. All right. I don't know. I got all these tags. I bought them. I'm not going to use them. I don't know. Should I just start putting a couple in every one, you know, start giving them away? I'll set that to the side, stick in something. I know Mary likes this kind of thing. I'll give Mary some of those with her Nebraska. All right. Let's see. You like it, Hard House? Okay. Yeah, bits and bobs, Beth. Hi, Devin. We're just going through Collage Fodder here, Devin. Wednesday, we're going to color. All right, so let's see here. All right, so this one's cards. Let's see what I got in here. All right, let's see. All right. Somebody made this. I think this one might be a Keisha. I'm not sure. Because somebody made this. Very cool. Paperclip thing. But again, you know, I don't know what I do with it. Okay, some packs. Here's some packs of, take off the paper clips. These are some napkins or fabric. Let's put these bugs in here with these cards. Yeah, see, I got these little packs of stuff. I need to give these away, but I'll do that in a separate thing. People don't want too many bugs and flies. I like those, but you know, here's some crickets. Here's another little pack. There's a little thing. Let me just kind of sort this out. Vellum journaling pad. Oh, look, I forgot I had this. I think I've bought it twice. I love this vellum pad. Oh, Mary, thank you so much. You did not have to do that, Mary. You're so sweet. Oh, thank you, Mary. I'm going to be sending you out a pack. I'm going to send you out a pack. I'm going to make your own. This one here is bugs. I'm going to do bugs and cards. So we got the old vintage. Where are they? Did I put them in there? What did I do with the vintage? Is that in the other pack? Oh, no, there they are. Vintage playing cards in here. All right. All right. So then I see this is the kind of stuff I need to sort into those little bins. These things right here. Faux postage things. Here's a Golden West coffee, coffee cup holder thingy. All right, let's put that over there. See, some of this needs to go in those little bins. Little bins. All right, let's see what's this. I stamped this. This was a stamp that I got off. I think I got that off the Keisha too. Bought a thing. All right, another thing for the Angie Bowl. Here's some vintage Monopoly cards. I think Mary would like some of these. We're gonna send Miss Mary some vintage Monopoly. I mean, they're so vintage. They're like they feel old. They feel vintage. You know what I mean? They're vintagey cards. All right, here's a couple more birds for this little kit. All right. See, I'm going to fill these kits up really quick. All right, so there we go. So we got flowers and cards. We got words and music. We got Halloween, and we got, what was the other one? Farm. So yeah, see, look at all this. We need to be doing something with these things, guys. Maybe I'll do a different little kit with this. All right, let's see here. Let's put that together. Some of this little stuff I can put in those little boxes. and cards. Okay, here's a little paper clip. Some more of these people. Old faux money. Vintage, I'll send one of these to Mary. Vintage mailroom cards. All right, let me check chat. You're welcome. Am I missing anything here? Let's see. Scrolling. I'm looking for anything in caps. Hi, View. Who else? Teresa, Jennifer. Scrolling. Who else am I missing? Karen Evans. Hello. Seeing who else I miss. Mama 4. All right, sip of water. This needs to go in Janet's pack. Ruler for Janet. Okay. More little people and little. I know I'm going to have too much of this stuff to put in those little boxes. There's another Keisha thing here. This can go over there. That can go in there. So some of this is Keisha. Some of it's just Tim Holtz type stuff. But anyway, all right. Let's see more cards. Okay, these I need to pull and put somewhere else because they're thick cardstock frames, and you can buy these are Tim Holtz. These frames, and they're like make little miniature pieces of art. But I need to let's see where can I put them. All right, let's see. These right here are good for wrapping your threads. I'll send these to Mary. Okay, I think Mary's pack is full now. Mary, I'm going to send you these to wrap your tatting and stuff in. All right, there we go. So Mary's got a pack. All right, let's put Mary's over to the side with Janet's. All right, pictures. This I need to make 2 like true collage packs. I should put what's in these. But like when I say true collage, I mean like magazine images, here's some bugs and stuff. I won't send too many bugs out. I'll send a few. But I'll do 2. I'll do 2 packs. Let me label these because when I'm going to give them away, I'm going to just call it true collage, like all paper, not ephemera, but like magazine images and stuff. I'll do 2 of those. I'll put the names on the other ones too, because I'm going to let y'all pick. My mods are going to go, oh my gosh. And here's my little Angie bowl. All right, let's see here. Some book pages. This would be more true collage as well. So I'm going to do a couple true, like some book pages and magazine images. This goes in there. That goes in there. Okay, these are little. This needs its own pack. The little stuff needs its own. Because some of this can go in my little boxes, but all this stuff, my boxes aren't going to hold all this. So some of the little stuff will have a little thing for just little stuff. All right, so we got this whittled down. Now where's that other? Here. Let's combine it with this one. Okay, we're going to combine these 2 together. See, this is how I don't remember who sent what, because I just recombine things. All right, so now we got this one. Okay, and then we got a little one. We got our true collage here. Y'all still with the tour? Let's see, Belinda. Who else am I missing? Thanks, everybody. All right, let's see what's in this one. I think this might be a Jonna kit. Okay. This is like a religious story in here, the magic story. Let's see, here's some more little cards. Let's put those in the little thing over there. All right, I don't need this. I don't need old tissue. This is that vintage. This is vintage, and this will be good in the collage, even though it's. I'm gonna put half and half. This is that, and it's actual vintage. What's that paper called? Ribbon. You know, the stretchy ribbon. There's a name for this. Somebody will know. That's good collage fodder. Okay, this stuff needs to go over here in the Angie bowl. Be brave. Anything dimensional like that, I'm getting out of these packs. You're gonna let them pick what they. I'm gonna let them pick the envelope, not what goes in the envelope. Tina, they get to pick from the envelope. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is small stuff. I'm gonna try to get to. Okay, so here's some things I was drawing. I guess I was drawing. Was I drawing this? Yeah, I guess I was drawing some tapes. I don't know. I don't need all that. That goes in the trash. All right, here's some tissue, some fabrics. Again, this can go in here. This can be separate. Here's a bookmark with vintage places in Jerusalem. I'll put that in a Bible. All right, let's see. Here's some deli papers. All right, we'll give some deli papers to the True Collage packs because that's good for just collaging. We'll put some of that in here. You're kidding anyway. Yeah, see, here's Jonna's card again. Some vintage playing cards. Okay, this one's kind of jacked up. We'll get rid of that. All right, let's see. So this one might have been a not just Bible journaling, but a spiritual, kit, if you will. I don't know if she calls them Bible journaling kits or if she called it something else. It's just a pretty white, shiny envelope. But yeah, there's different verses, and then there's some calendar pages. But I really want to do magazines and stuff in this. And here's that can go in this one. Separate these out. Some more hymnal pages. There's a little bag thing here. That needs to go in this. Doesn't need to go in that. See, I'm trying to sort it out. So this way, when I want something particular, I can find it. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? Don't need that. This is fabric. Kind of going with that. Here's just an envelope. More fabrics. Dress pattern, vintage. Okay, this is kind of where now I'm trying to get into where magazine stuff and collage stuff. Okay, this is vintage wallpapers. These are old kids find it thingies. All right, fabric. All right, this has got just a whole bunch of paper. This is just papers. All right, here we go. Let's see what this is. Here's another one of these fabric pattern girls. We'll put that in the other one. I keep wanting to check chat. Put it in caps if you're talking to me. I like this. I'm going to use this in my. I'm going to keep that out. That'll be for some of my travel thing. ATCs. Let's put that over there. Maps. Map papers are always good in collage. We'll send some map papers in these two kits. Are y'all having fun yet? All right. This one's a good one. Yeah, that's too thick. That's wallpaper, wallpaper, wallpaper. All right. I'm sorting them down. I really am. See, I have to do this with all my. Where's that little one? What did I do with the little one? Is this the little one? I've already messed it up. All right, let's take these big sheets back out and put that over here because this is my little stuff. Let's keep it separate. Okay, so here's some different magazines and beads. Angie bowl. I'm gonna dump them out. Don't want to have these little packs of stuff. Let's put them all in. Okay, another button. Looks like a Bakelite buckle. All right, so this stuff can go in here. Big sheets, music sheets, that kind of thing. All right, I got one more here on my desk. We're going to go through this one, then we're going to do a giveaway. Oh, thank you, Tori, and good morning, by the way. Lovely. Aw, y'all are generous back to me, guys, so thank you. And thank you, Tori. I hope you're doing well. And I do follow your animation process or project you're doing. All right, let's see here. Thank you, Tori. Some small things like this. These like Monopoly. See, I want to keep all the small stuff in here. And then this larger stuff can go into another envelope. Here's a little dimensional thing that goes in the Angie bowl. These are, here's a little, I think this one might have been the kit that Denise got me. It may or may not, maybe Jonna. But I'm thinking this is one of those kits Denise got me at not the flea market, the antique shop. I think she got this for me at the antique shop. So this needs to go another. Throw this one. I'm trying to whittle it down here. Patterns. Here's some more. Oh, S&H green stamps. I gave away a bunch of this. I think this might have been some at Christmas because Denise got me these for Christmas, if y'all remember. And I opened them up like an advent calendar, like every day. And these are the packs that she got me for Christmas. She got me a bunch of these because I recognize the S&H green stamp thing. We'll put that in a little pack. Okay, so some of this, that's a piece of cardboard. Don't need that. Card, letters. Yeah. So let's put that in there. Let's give y'all there's Hubster's back. Some patterns. This is good for true collage, if you want to call it that. All right. This was a sticker pack here with Christmas stickers. We'll just keep that. Oh no, I don't want it in this big one though. I want it over in this one. McCall's sewing guide. There's some more little tissue. Yahtzee, a small card. See, when y'all aren't here, I can do this really quick. That's trash. I can do this really fast when I'm by myself, but I'm speaking it out loud, and that takes me a minute. Here's some flashcards. I need to find some more. See, I'm never going to use this. This needs to go in that I'm never going to use. Let's give it away pile. All right, let's see. A little index card thing. Hi, honey.
Hello.
Did you mail my thing?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So you're going to go down the other one now?
Yep.
Okay.
I mailed you a thing.
Thank you.
Back.
Okay. This would have been good for the circus themed scavenger hunt. Oh, see, I'm putting it in the wrong thing. These big things need to go over here. The tiny things need to go in there. All right, let's see. Let me get a sip of water. Check and chat. Let's see. Okay, Monopoly. Again, lots of just, somebody put together a kit. Oh, here's Christmas stuff. See, this needs to be in a Christmas something. This doesn't need to be in here. Because I'll forget to use it. When Christmas comes around, I am not going to remember that those things are in here, right? A vintage. Yeah, see, this is a pattern. I'm going to send this to Mary. This is a vintage. It held the pattern, and it's from Pennsylvania. Let's see if I can see the date on this stamp. When it was. Can't tell, but you can tell this is vintage. Somebody bought a pattern in this. I'm going to send this in Mary's pack. Where's Mary's pack? Oh, yeah, there it is back there. I'm going to put this in Mary's pack. All right. All right, some more of this postcard. That can go over there. No, it doesn't need to go in there. This is little stuff. All right, see, more of this Christmas paper. Maybe I just need to do a Christmas pack of paper. Okay, that can go giant index cards, flash cards. That goes over here. This paper. What do you call it? Dictionary pages. And a whole book. Oh, this is what I was looking for Denise. Oh my gosh. Jonna actually sent Denise some more individual sheets for her scavenger hunt. Here's what I was looking for, guys. I'll put this on my shelf. I was looking for these yearbooks, and here's one where I see. This is why I couldn't find it. I knew I had some. I knew I had some of these. Let's put this on the shelf. Oh my God. All right, so let's see some more dictionary pages. What's this? Oh, another house coat pattern. All right, I'm gonna have to squeeze this in with Mary's. It's getting thick, but I'll put 3 stamps on it, Mary. You sent me a super chat. I'll send you 3 stamps. Envelopes, more. Okay, what's this? This is patterns and tissue. This, I got tons of that brown paper. Don't need that. And I don't need, it's hard to throw this away. This could be jelly plated. Let me put this with my jelly plate. Tissue paper, pattern paper. We'll put that with the jelly plate stuff down here. Okay. So a jelly plate. We'll jelly plate some of that tissue paper. Okay, so we got this whittled down. All right, now I got this. I can probably take all this, put it in this one, and now that one's full. So we whittled down a lot. With these 4 packs, I got them down to 3. All right. Yay, me. Oh, let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and do a giveaway. We'll do a giveaway now. I'll do a couple more packs. We'll do another giveaway. So we'll break it out. Otherwise, everybody's going to leave. All right, let's see. This is a lot of Timmy people and stuff. That one can go right there. I'm trying to keep them separate. Then I've got lots of postage stamps. I'll put a few of these stamps with the true collage, even though it's more kind of ephemera. Let's put a few of these in here. Let's just put a few postage stamps in here. Okay. And I need a couple more magazine somethings in these. Photos, pictures. All right, that can go there. Do I have, is this the same? Yeah, this is the one I just did. Okay. What else do we have here? This is small ephemera. So all this small ephemera can stay up here with this small ephemera. Okay, another postage stamp. All right, let's see what we got here now. What have I got left in this pile? I need to find something. Let me look in my big bins over here for papers that are got tissue. I still have too many napkins. I have too many napkins still. I thought I got rid of all these napkins. And then Denise brought them back to me, and I still got more. Oh, my gosh. Too many napkins. Those need to be sorted. Okay, here we go. Let me pull a couple of my jelly plate papers. We'll pull some jelly plate papers to put in these 2 packs. All right. All right, so here's some jelly plated paper pieces. We'll put a couple of these in here. What else do I have here? And let's tear this one down a little. So collage people. This is some tissue paper stuff, tissue. This needs to go with the fabric-y thing. All right, this is more. This is stuff that I use for my jelly plating projects, the last couple projects. Here's a nice big butterfly. I don't know if Carrie the Crafter's butterfly. I forget. Devin would know. All right, so some of this can go. These little pieces can go. Let's put that in here. All right, there we go. I think we're good. That's nothing. All right, let's put this back in the jelly plate thing. Over here. Where did I get it from? Here. Okay. All right. Whew. All righty. Let's do a giveaway. Okay. I'm just trying to decide how I've got 6 things. So let me see. Let me put some notes on here so I know. Think we can do 6 at a well, I don't know, maybe we should do 4. I just want y'all to be able to pick. So y'all are gonna have to be quick on the draw and you're gonna have to know what you want. Otherwise, my mods are gonna fire me. Okay. Just saying. Okay, so here we go. There's 2 of those. We're just going to call that a collage. So there'll be 5 things to pick from, but I actually have 6. I better do it just normally. Okay, let's see. This one's Halloween. This one is words and music. This one was farm. This one was flowers and bugs, I think. Close enough. All right. Okay, so are y'all going to... All right, so here's what we're going to do. I have 6 packs. We'll do international first and then U.S. Okay? And we're going to give 3 to U.S., 3 to international. Now, y'all be thinking about which one you want. When I call true collage, this is papers, jelly-plated papers, matte papers, few magazine images. That's why I'm just calling these true collage one. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm just going to pick one of those. All right, and Halloween. All right, so here's what we got to pick from. Words and music, farm, flowers and bugs, true collage 1, true collage 2, and Halloween. Okay, now I'm going to start with international. Make sure that, yeah, Tina's saying, make sure you have live chat clicked at the top. Don't do anything yet. International only. Okay, 1 number only. When I type in go, put in 1 number only. Oh, let's write this down. Between 1 and 100. Okay, first 3 people closest without going over will get to pick one of these. So y'all have it in your mind what you want. Because I'm going to sit here, I'm going to go, like, let's just say it was Tina. Tina, which one do you want? And we all have to sit and wait until Tina answers us. You see? So y'all be thinking about what you want in case you win. Okay? All right, let me get my iPad. Mary, don't play, Mary. I already got your own. Okay? Mary's got her own. All right, let me see here. Let me go over to random.org. Okay, random.org. All right, here's our random.org. Here's our little window over here. All right, random.org. And then I might do a Christmas one for somebody that likes Christmas papers and may not have Christmas papers. We'll do that. So we'll do a special one, but let's just, I might just give away a couple packs. If you're here, I might just pick your name randomly. Oh, that'll be fun. I'll just look over there and say, I'm going to give this one to XYZ. All right. So this one's international only. 1 number only. When I type in go, put in your number, international only. We're going to do US separate. Okay. That way it gives everybody, it gives the international people more, Joanne, remove that number. Did you see me type in go, Joanne? Joanne, that does not count. You're going to have to re-put that number in. Where's my hurt? Wait for it. Herding cats, people. Herding cats. There you go. Oh my gosh. All right. So let's keep my. Hi, Jane. Anybody else coming in I might have missed? View, you are not international. Oh, you're just saying Lottie. Okay. I was gonna say View. I'm hurting cats already, but she was just commenting. She wasn't putting in a number. Oh my gosh. Hi, Raul. Raul, did you put in a number? These are little collage kits. My eyes are watering now. And then I'll move these packs off the table because now I'm just kind of sorting. I kind of know what's in different ones. And I'll put them in the bin and I can flip through the bin. All right, get your numbers in. I'm going to count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't dilly-dally, dawdle, or lollygag. 1. Nothing counts after the stop. All right, here we go. First 3 people closest, and if this goes over, I'll pick a new number. 26. First 3 people closest to 26 without going over. If there's not 3 of you, I'll pick a new number. Okay. All right. So first 3 people closest to 26 without going over. All right. I'm scrolling. Let's see. Marguerite had 15. Hard House had 18. All right, so it looks like it's going to be Marguerite. Let's see. Well, let me write down their numbers because it's going to be who gets to pick first. Marguerite and what did I say? Hard House. And I'm going to write so that y'all be thinking about what you want now. Hang on. Let me scroll back. Marguerite had 15. Hard House had 18. So Hard House is closest to 26. And who's the next one closest? Who's the next one closest? Barbara, Chicken Pot Pie Society with 6. Okay, so Barbara's number 3. All right, so Barbara had 6. Okay, so Hard House, you get to pick first because you're closest. Which one do you want, Hard House? You're the closest to 26 with your 18. So Hard House picks first, then Marguerite, and then Barbara. Okay? So y'all be picking like chickens. Oh, okay. So Hard House, you get to go first. Which one do you want? Words and Music, Farm, Flowers and Bugs, True Collage, or Halloween. Which one do you want? Okay. And then Marguerite, you be thinking after Hard House, and then Barb gets to pick after that. All right. Hard House wants Words and Music. Okay. Hard House. Okay. All right. Marguerite, you're next. Marguerite, you're next. Bugs. Marguerite. Okay, Marguerite. And Barbara, Chicken Pot Pie Society. Farm, True Collage, or Halloween? What do you want, Barb? That wasn't so hard. Y'all did good. So Barb, Chicken Pot Pie Society, you pick. True Collage, okay. Barbara. Okay. All right, there we go. Now we're going to do USA only. And these are what's left. All right. Wait for it. Wait till I type in go. Okay. USA only. 1 to 100. First 3 people closest get to pick. Same thing apply. Okay. You're welcome, Barbara. And welcome back too, by the way. All right. Here we go. Okay. Thanks, Tina. There we go. If y'all missed it, I showed these scissors that are on Amazon for $5.99 that cut perforations like faux postage. And I got the idea from Funkin' Dazzle. He's an Atlanta mixed media artist, and I just found him a couple months ago, and he was using these. So Funkin' Dazzle, thank you for the inspo. Don't forget to be thinking about the ATC swap. Look in my post tab. You'll have to scroll down a few, a few posts, but under the post tab, and also it's on Janet's post tab under the YouTube videos. It's due May 30th. The theme is passport, country, any place. You can do any place. I'm doing the main one. I'm doing is ancient Egypt. I don't really want to show them though, because I want them to be a surprise. When Janet gets them, Janet shows them. Janet's going to be on at 1 Eastern, and she'll show, I think she said she got 1 set in. Okay, baby, you're going to have to get down. I know. You're going to have to get down. There's no room. All right, 10, 9. Yes, they're thinning shears, Tina. Yes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, I'm doing ancient Egypt, Raul. Ancient Egypt. That's my place. All right, so here we go. Let me get my iPad. Let's pick a new number. Hang on. I know you don't have any room down there today, do you, baby? All right, here we go. New number 13. And if everybody went over 13, I'll pick new numbers. 13. First 3 people closest to 13 without going over. All right, I'm scrolling back, scrolling. Okay, let's see. All right, Lindy K got it right on the nose, so she's going to get to pick the first one. So Lindy K had 13 right on the nose. Let's see who else. View, I still don't have your address, or which you need to send me your address. You need to email me your address, View, because View has 2 or 3 addresses, and I've yet to get her address again. But it looks like View has 7. Let's spell view right. And who else? Let's see. Let me scroll down. I know some of y'all probably already got it. Lindy K wants Halloween. Okay, so there we go. Lindy, you got that one. Okay, and then View had 7, and Beth Schuler had 3. Okay, so Beth Schuler had 3. All right, so View, you get to pick. Do you want True Collage or do you want the farm? Which one do you want, View? And then Beth Schuler will get the last one. So View, which one do you want, View? Do you want True Collage papers or farm themed? You're welcome, Lindy K. Okay, the View wants the True Collage. And so this leaves Beth Schuler. All right, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Y'all did good. Here's my email, View. Just saying. Here is my email. Email me. All right, there we go. There's my email. And my email's always in my about tab, description tab. So, all right, so we got to start there. All right, I'm going to have to take a quick break. All this lemon water. Then we'll come back and do a little more sorting, and I'll probably do a couple more giveaways. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomly pick people. So don't anybody get your panties in a wad if I just randomly pick somebody. Just saying. Okay, I'll be RB. All right, out, LB. You have to come out. Okay, hang on. I'll be right back, guys. I'm not sure if this is going to work on the back of my door. I'll show you all what I did. I'm kind of organizing and stuff a little bit. So I've rearranged any of my Barbie stuff. So I took the Barbie stuff off the back of this door. Hang on, let me show you what I did here. Let me see. Photos, camera. Okay. So on the back of my door, just reminded me because I heard it bang when I might have to be doing something else with it. So what I did is I took the Barbie stuff out that I had in the behind the door shoe rack. Y'all know what the plastic shoe racks. And I had Barbie stuff in there, but now I've rearranged my Barbie stuff. So what I did is with the shoe rack, I put my matte mediums, my sprays, my glues, my tape, and all this stuff in the shoe. There's my varnishes. So all this is now in that shoe rack behind my door. However, I have my sprays here, my fixatives, and when I open and close the door, this bangs a little bit. And that's kind of annoying. So I'm not sure if those are going to be able to stay there. But anyway, so I have my matte mediums and varnishes and all that in the shoe rack behind my door. I don't have to look at it because it's not pretty. Okay. So I'm going to do a Christmas. All right. And so now what I'm going to do here, let's see. I think I'm going to do one larger envelope here for this Christmas papers and stuff. And there's a little Christmas stamp. So when I come across some Christmas stuff, I think I'm going to put, is that going to fit in there? Do I have to cut it down? No, I might have to cut these down just a tad. Let me cut these down just a little so that I can close the envelope. These are all Christmas papers. Christmas in July, people. I see you, baby. There's really no room for you up here. All right, so let's see what I got here. All right, this goes over here. Let me shuffle things around a little bit. All right, Christmas. All right. All right, who has, now y'all think about it. Now I'm gonna trust y'all's honesty. Okay. Who here has no Christmas? Here's a little, that can go in there. Here's a little stocking. Who here has no Christmas ephemera paper? Be honest. If you don't have anything like Christmas papers and you don't, I know it's not time for Christmas, but who here does not have any Christmas stuff? I'm going to give that person Christmas stuff. Brooke, you have none? Okay. All right. Brooke says, all right. So this is going to go to Brooke. Brooke with an E. That's what I call her, Brooke with an E. All right. That's going to go to Brooke. All right. So now that's off my table. All right, so now, let's see what else do I have here. I'm going to do some random things. All right, this is too puff. This needs to have the knot taken out of this bow. This is some fabric. I'm not sure if this was from Keisha or from Jonna, but this is very cute. And it's wrapped up with a nice little knot. I'll leave that fabric in here. I'll leave this fabric in here, but I got to take this knot out. The knot's going to make it too puffy. So there we go. So I took the knot out, but it's a little like quarter, what do they call those? You know, little piece of quilting thing. All right, let's trim this down here. Take that off, put this back in here. It's not going back in there, so it's just going to go in an envelope. I'm not fighting with a little baggie. Let's see here. Let me find my envelopes, the smaller ones. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to give somebody that one, and then I have this one, which is dragonflies and butterflies. Is that going to fit in here? Or do I need a bigger one? I think that'll fit. That'll fit if I take it out of this. I know it's nice to have it in the packaging, but it's not going to fit. Where's the thing? Okay. Just cut it, Dee Dee. All right, so here's some fabric and some butterflies. That will fit in there. All right, so I'm going to just make a couple piles, and I'm going to do giveaways with that in a minute. All right, so let's see here. I got all these little tags. I don't know what to do with all this. I guess this can go in my ATC pile. Because I have no space in there. See, I'm just kind of organizing myself and doing giveaways on the side. I know, right, Tori? All right, so now, this is the small stuff, and this needs to go in the other one. This needs to go over here. So I have medium papers and then small papers. Okay, let's get the light in here. Let's see. All right, so this and this was my next two. Now these are going to be probably Tim Holtz type stuff, I think. So let's just pull it out and see here. These are some vellum. I just got these not too long ago. I need to use these. They're Tim Holtz vellum. Transparent layers is what they're called. I'm going to pull these out and put them somewhere else. And then I got flower ones too. So I got two different kinds of vellums. And they're going to get all jacked up in here if I'm not careful. So these are little vellum things. These need to go in this little one. There we go. As do some of these little things. Okay, don't need that. All right, so we got more Timmy people. We're going to do Timmy people. Let's put all this little stuff in here. I have one bag for little stuff. See, like this. These I have in one of my little plastic photo thingies. But I think they're all full. Okay, let's see. All right, hang on. More little stuff, the little stuff. This is the little stuff. Flowers. Hang on, guys. I'm sorting. I don't know how much you can see, but I'm sorting. This was my project for the day. Making y'all watch me sort. These are all little. Hang on. All right, let's see. This goes in the little. All right, there. Now we're down to, whoops. Now we're down to the photos and stuff. Tim Holtz photo-y stuff. All right, so let's see. All right. They're in bags. They need to come out of the bag and go into the bin. Into the thing. Okay, we'll save this for mailing off painty stuff or whatever. All right, so now we're going to do some Tim Holtz photo thing. These are the smalls. I'll go over here. These are papers. These are Tim Holtz papers. The wallpapers, they're this stuff. I don't need those. Although they do make good backgrounds for. This is this stuff. This can go back in here. The little stuff. Are y'all not bored yet? As long as I keep doing giveaways, y'all stay. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to leave this in here. The Tim Holtz paper thing. I'll probably need to find another home for that, but all right. Okay, this needs to go. Nobody's going to want this. No one's going to want a wedding stickers. Wedding stickers. Maybe if I put it in with something. All right, let's see. Let's do a couple little ones here. All right. Wedding stickers and a couple of photographs. Oh, here we go. Look, they just got married. That needs to go in there. All right, let's see what else we can find here. I'll send this to, I'm going to send this to Sista. Sista's going to have some people of color at the wedding. So here we go. I'm going to send these to Sista. I don't even know if she's here still. She was here earlier. Sista, I'm going to send this little group of people to you. All right. So this is going to go to Sista. Just because it just so happened they fit the bill. All right. So this is going to go to Sista. She's probably at work and she can't talk. But Sista, shh. We're going to send that to Sista. All right. See, I told you I'm going to do random stuff. Yes, the wedding. All right. So let's see. Oh, some of these flowers might need to go for the wedding. Let's stick a couple flowers in the wedding. All right. There we go. Or she might not be here and she's going to get this in the mail. She goes, why did she send me this? Sista, if y'all don't know, Sista she's one of my Barbies. Okay. One of my Barbies is Sista. And I always have her go out on dates with the Ken dolls. And she has a couple of different guys that she goes out with in my Barbie world. But she's always said, don't marry me off. I don't want it. Don't marry me off. So I'm sending her that. It's wedding. And so anyway, so that's the story behind Sista and the wedding. Oh, look, some of this needs to go in there. A couple of these little, look at these. I forgot I have these are like ATC stencily things. They're really not stencils. They're just kind of like decorative little, I don't know. I'm going to put a couple of those in there for her too. Y'all remember, I don't know if I can find it on. It's really cute. Let's see if I can find it on my Instagram. Because I posted on Instagram. Let me see if I can get this. Oh, there she is. Did you see what I'm going to send you, Sista? I'm going to send you the wedding. All right, let me see. Let me go over here to my, wait a minute. Let's see. Let's see how Instagram, it would be last Christmas or maybe in the Christmas before. Let me scroll back here while I'm reading chat. And, oh, it's really slow loading. I'll just keep reading while I'm loading. Yes, make little windows with. Okay, I have so much in my IG. But it might have been the year before, but it's one of my all-time favorite. It's one of my all-time favorite Barbie photography sessions that I did. Another one that I really like, though, is last year's Easter with Janet upside down. There's my Janet doll. She's upside down in the Easter basket. I should have posted that on Easter. goodness. Oh, here's one of Sista and a date. So this is one of Sista and one of her dates. She does not want to get married off, but here she is. There's there's Sista and her date. That's not my favorite one though. My favorite one is the one around Christmas time. Hang on. I'm going to see if I can find it. Yeah, if y'all, I haven't posted a lot of Barbie stuff this year yet, but y'all need to go scroll back through my IG. Oh, here's Sister on the date getting the pumpkins. She's out in the pumpkin patch. Oh, let's see. Here's Janet Nash and Freddie. That's Janet Nash and Freddie in the pumpkin patch. There's Freddie. Janet Nash in UK. Let's see. Hang on. Now I'm gonna get distracted by my Barbie photography, but I really want to find that one. It's one of my favorites. But I do have a lot of them. Oh, I forgot about Barbie. Barbie being Mona Lisa, posing for Leonardo. See, she's posing for Leonardo. I took her eyebrows off and everything. I have done. Oh, here's me and Janet chilling in the garden. There's Janet and me and the cats in the garden with a cold beverage and a slice of pizza. Here's my May the 4th be with you. I did a Obi-Wan. I remade Obi-Wan Kenobi. I remade a Ken doll into Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that's my May the 4th. I'll be posting that again next month. Oh, where is she? Where is it? Ah, I found it. Okay, here we go. So, and I posted like what did I go? Do you ever feel like somebody's watching you? So here she is on a date. Look at all the nutcrackers back there. Look, there he's going. Ever feel like you're being watched? See, he's whispering into her ear. See, I try to make it look like they're really interacting, right? And they both turn their head and look behind them. And there's all the nutcrackers standing there. That's one of my all-time favorite Barbie photographies. But I do have quite a few. There's Janet and Robert. Janet and Robert. He's going, it's perfect. The truck? She's thinking out loud. Well, she's thinking, the truck? It's perfect. Let's see. Oh, here's Arlene and Janet. So if y'all don't know, Arlene's in a wheelchair and Janet's mean. No, I'm just kidding. They have fun. They have a funny, they're fun with each other. Let's go, Janet. That's Arlene and Janet's behind her. Hang on, Arlene. I have so much fun with Barbie photography. I forget how much fun I have with Barbie photography. And so, but I've done it for, I don't know, a few years. I think this is one of my first ones. This was back in, let's see, 22, 3, 4, 5. So at least 3 years. At least 3 years I've been doing my Barbie photography. So. And I did Talk Like a Pirate Day. So I did this Barbie over as a pirate. I made these outfits too, by the way. I made these costumes. I made the flag behind her. So, yeah, Talk Like a Pirate Day. So, and I did little jewels and little, and she's holding a palette. See, she's a artist pirate. Anyway, guys, I do have fun with my Barbie photography. But anyway, so all that to say, Sister said, don't marry me off. She does not want her Barbie married off. So you have to get down, baby. Ugh. So I'm going to send her those pictures in the... Okay, so anyway, let's see what else I got in here. This is all just kind of specialty kind of stuff, like these little frames and windows. So I think I'm going to leave all this separate because, let's see, but I don't need these. These are really good if you're making ATCs and stuff, which I got just so much stuff, but these backings, these backing boards, maybe I'll keep them. I don't know. Does anybody want some backing boards? They're the backing of the artist, I mean, of the Tim Holtz stuff. But look, these make good ATCs. They're already distressed. Yeah, she's a cougar Barbie. Hi, Joe Lou. Oh my gosh. Yes, the Barbie Rabbit Trail, Devin. Bye, Mary. Got a little back coming. Okay, so I'm going to send these to someone who wants to make ATCs out of them. Okay, someone who was. You want packaging? Okay, Miriam wants packaging. Okay, so Miriam, I'm going to send this to you, and I'm going to send you a couple of people. Let's see who do we want to send to Miriam. Here's a little. Let's see. I don't know. There's a classroom of people. There's a bunch of guys. There's some out walking in the woods. Or maybe just some people. You know, just some. What do you want, Miriam? Do you want group shots or do you want some photo booth? What do you want, Miriam? Group shots or photo booth? Here, we're gonna. Well, I know it. We'll have to send this one to Miriam. There's a bunch of ladies in their beach outfits. We'll send that to Miriam. You have no people? Miriam has no people. All right, we'll send you a couple beach shots and a couple of, let's see, let's find a nice handsome man. Is there a nice handsome man in here? All right, here we go. We'll send you these two, Miriam. A couple of guys and some girls. And the packaging. All right, there we go. All right, so now I'm going to keep going here. I'm getting a stack. I don't mind though. I want to share. And you're always so good about super chats and everything. I'm not asking for any right now. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying y'all are always so good. I do like to share back. All right, so there we go. All right. Don't put in a super chat, Miriam. All right, so these can all stay together. I think I need to bundle these up like with a rubber band. They're not going to fit in my little boxes, but I can keep them. I can keep my people together. You know, let's keep the people together. We want our people to stay together. All right. So we're going to bundle these up, and these just need to go in one of the ones that I have room for. Let's see what I got here. One of these little boxes that have flowers. Ah, this one? No, that's vellum. Let's see. Oh, this one? Yeah, there we go. All right, let's put some. And I don't need these tags. These tags need to go with my artist trading card stuff. All right, there we go. So see, whittling it down. Whittling it down. All right, it's only 10:30. All right, let's see here. That goes to Brooke E. All right, got my little stacks here. I'm looking. What's next? That goes to Samantha. This goes down here. All right. All righty, let's see here. What's my next little pack of something? All right. I'm going to leave all this in here because that's just something different kind of stuff. And then my people, I'll put my people up here on the shelf somewhere with my postcards. All right, let's see here. Did that one. What's in here? Did I do this one? Oh my gosh, did I do this one? And this one. I don't think I did either one of these. Did I? Let's see here. What are these two? I'm telling y'all, I got like, no joke, I probably have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20. I probably have 40 of these. Oh, the pink box. Oh, yes, Anne. Okay, well, yeah, what am I do? Okay, and I got these two to give away. Hang on. All right. Now, y'all be honest. I'm asking y'all. And, if you're a quilter, don't tell me you want this. If you have no fabric and you can think of a use for some fabric, okay, tell me. Okay. If you're a quilter and have got reams of fabric like I have reams of paper, don't say so. Okay, so who wants some little thing of fabric, a little pack of fabric? Y'all can be brave and tell me if you want some, but don't ask if you already have a lot. Okay. Ellen Belly, you want some fabric? Okay. Now I think you sent me your address. You sent me your address before, but send it to me again if you don't mind. Oh no, I spelled that wrong. Belili, I think. Okay. All right, here's my address again. Send me your address again, please. I think I've sent you something before, but just in case. Okay, let's see. All right, so Ellen, and do I see anybody else? You'd like to try something with fabric? Dawn P? Okay. What Ellie or Ellen? I'm not sure if you're saying yes or no to addresses or what. Okay, Dawn P. All right. And Dawn P, I'm pretty sure I have your address, right? Okay, there's some little fabric packs. All right, there we go. Get that off my desk. See, I'm throwing out some stuff, or not throwing it away, but All right, this is all pattern paper, except for I think this one book thing here. This is all patterns. This is all like old patterns. I think, I'm not even sure I got a flea market. I'm not sure. All right, what do we got in here? This is tissue papers and some book paper and some bags and maybe a napkin or no, yeah, there's a couple napkins in there, but this is mostly tissue paper. I'm going to leave the tissue paper in there. Okay, tissue paper. We're good on that. What's this? Uh-oh, this is some more Tim Holtz stuff. This is all the little Tim. Let's see. Here, let's pull it out. Let's look. Little frames and things. Some vellums. See, this vellum stuff needs to go. That's where I put the other. I put it right there. So that can go with the other vellum. I need to use it. If it's in one thing, I'll see it. All right, so here's some little frames. All right. All right, I am going to do 2 more small envelopes. Let me pull out my this people. See, look, all these people, all my people need to go with my people. With the ones that I just rubber banded up together. Let's put them with them. Okay. My vellum can go here. Am I missing anything in chat? Oh, my email here. Let me give you my email. Here you go. There you go, Ellen. What did it go through? Oh, wait a minute. Let me do it again. There it is. There you go, Ellen. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's put the vellum stuff in here. And now I got these little frames. Let's do a little something with this. Oh, what are these? Here's another little Tim Holtz something. Packs. And here's some more frames. Now these frames are too thick to mail. They're like chipboard. These are too what do you call? I'm gonna put those over here with the other ones. They're too thick to mail. All right, let's see. But I can mail some of these. These have been sewn on. I mean, I didn't sew on them. Did they come that way? I don't even remember. let's do some of these. All right. A couple of those, and I'll keep a couple. All right. All this is the little stuff. This little stuff gets to go with the little stuff that I've already got a pack of little stuff right here. Okay. Some more of those little frames. Now let's do, I'm going to do 2 more little envelopes. And then I'm going to pick random. Whoever's paying attention here today. All right, let's put this vellum in here. Vellum. I'm going to make a couple little, hang on. This is going to be my last sorting thing. Here's some cardstock. That's like an old cigar box. No, that needs to go to Janet. That one goes to Janet. Old cigar box goes to Janet. Here's some butterflies and another. Here's a little map. A couple little. Here's a faux book. Another faux book. What else do I have? This is also. Oh, passport. No, that's just. I was going to say passport. Do we need that? Here's some little cards. We'll do 2 or 3 of those. Okay. My bracelet's got a little twisty. All right, all this little stuff is going to go in the little pack. So I've whittled down one whole, so at least 2. I've whittled down at least 2 packs. All right, let's put a couple butterflies in here. All right, that's probably, I'm trying to feel of it that it's the thickness. All right, there we go. There's that. All right, let's put all this in the small pack. See, this is what happens when there's a couple more of these packaging. All right, here we go. All right. I'm going to go over and look at my chat and just kind of randomly pick. All right, so is this small stuff? Does this need to be? All right, I got 2 small envelopes of small stuff. And I cleaned out another. Okay, I'm feeling good. Let's get all these little labels out of here. Let's put those in here. All right, here we go. I'm not looking at chat for just a second, guys. I'm busy doing all this. All right, so there we go. There's that one. And there's this one. I'm going to look over here and see who has not had Happy Mail ever or who has not got something in a while. All right. This will be all the Happy Mail for the day. And then I'll pull out that big pink thing if I can get it out there. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let me look at my chat. Let me scroll back a minute. See what I have. Who hasn't won something or got something or anything for a while. Bye, Annie Mame. I'm sorry I missed you. Oh, prompts. Yes, Terry. Let me pull that down real quick while you're saying something. Prompts for the day, Terry. I'll do that. Thank you for the reminder, Terry. Let's see here. I'm just scrolling. No, I have no more fabric, Star. No, I only have those 2 little. I don't do a lot with fabric except make the prayer pouches. So in all this stuff, I think those were the only 2 things of fabric. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome, Terry. All right, let's see. I'm going to scroll way on back here a little bit because everybody I see here's. We need some new people. Not that we need new people, but I don't want to go too far back to somebody that might have already left. Icy. All right, Icy. And I know I used to have your address, Icy. If you want one, Icy, do you want one? Oh, it's EY. Icy, if you will mail me, I'll send you a little collage pack. Again, here's my email. Is So let's make sure I put it in right. I hope I put it in right. So Icy and who else that I haven't seen for a while or somebody is fairly new. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. There's no plus on that. Let me re-put my email. Let's see if I get it right this time. There we go. There you go, Icy. And let's see. Shannon, Art Junkie Shannon, would you like a pack? You want a pack of Timmy stuff? Art Junkie is Shannon, and I haven't seen her for a while. And I don't think I have your address. If I do, it's been a while, Shannon. So if you two will send me your addresses again, would you like a pack, Shannon? If y'all do, just email me your address. Okay, here's my email. All right, there we go. So I got a bunch of stuff to send out. I got to go to the post office tomorrow, so I'll try to get all these ready by tomorrow to send out. Definitely by this week, but maybe I'll try to do it by tomorrow. All right, there we go. So I hope y'all enjoyed all that. I still have, trust me, I got tons more, but there we go. All right, so let me put this over here, and I'll probably still go through some more. I might make some more envelopes up for later. And I have all this little Angie bowl stuff. Just buttons and stuff, you know, that's thick. All right, so let's see. Let's do the prompts next. Uh-oh. Let me get a paper and write the date. Today is 4/21. Prompts. And I do put these in my Society of Idea Collector notebook. Oh, sorry, I got to click that off. Let's see. What did Devin say here? Well done, Dave. Oh, you're well. Oh, yeah, it's all right, Devin. Thank you. Don't forget, Devin also comes on Wednesdays. Janet comes on today at 1. And she'll probably talk about ATCs. And I think she said she got at least one set in. And she's showing the sets as they come in. Okay, so as Janet gets them, she's showing them. And but you have till May 30th to get them to her. Okay, I can throw that away. I can throw this away. I'm looking at all my Post-it notes here. All right. All right, here we go. Today's 5 prompts are armadillo, hobbit. Oh, I got 2 there. Hobbit and bee, crab, and party hat. There's our 5. So armadillo, hobbit, bee, crab, and party hat. Okay, can y'all see those right there? Write them down. Even if you don't use them right now, you know, write them down so that you have them for when you need a prompt. Okay, let's see if I can get to this pink thing. Maybe I spoke too soon. All right, let's see here. Put that back on the shelf. All right, let's see. I get to it. I gotta move a couple things. I gotta move this. I already have, you know, all these packs of stuff. All right, let's move that. Now, I think I can get to it. I just have to move these 3 notebooks a little over. All right. See, this is good for me, though, because then I start cleaning things up. I start sorting and cleaning. I don't know if I can get to that other. No, I don't think I can get to. So I have the big bin that those little photo boxes came in. It's about this big and about that deep, and it held, I think, 24 of these. It held 24 of these. But I took them all out of there. And I put old junk jewelry and metal and dimensional stuff in that big bin, which I can't get right to it now because my stencils box sits on top of it. Am I missing anything in chat here? Hi, Leona. Who else am I missing? So let me back up my camera. This is as far as it'll back up without actually moving the camera stick up. Let's see. So how do Brenda? Oh, Terry, it's going to be a surprise unless Janet doesn't know what she's going to do today. All right. Well, I'm going to probably end up leaving about 11. Hubster's off today. I don't think he's back yet. Come on. No, he's still gone. But we'll make it a short day today. So we'll leave at 11, which is about 15 minutes. So I have this big thing, this big craft box. I got it at Hobby Lobby a few years ago when it was on clear or on sale. And it's especially when I make prayer pouches, or prayer scrolls. I'll show you. I have a couple samples here. These are not really completed, but because they're just my sample pieces. But like when I find people that have cancer or really need prayer or something, I make these prayer pouches like this, and I put a pin on them, and then I put a prayer on the inside, and it's all hand stitched. I don't even own a sewing machine. These are all hand stitched, and they're made to look kind of rough because they're handmade, and I want it to look handmade. And I make them all different. They're all different. But I get my fabrics from Amore Fabriques. I always get these little pins at Hobby Lobby when they're on 50% or more clearance. And then I put them on a cord. Y'all, anybody can make these. Look, any of y'all can make. If you have a friend that you want to support or send a good wishes to or a prayer, you don't have to. They're not really made for them to wear them, but they can hang them close to them, their bed or whatever. And then you put a prayer in there. It's all hand sewn. And then the other one is the same. It's the same kind of thing. This is a little bit more complicated in that this is a velvet ribbon, and then I glue it to itself with a clasp in there, and then I hand stitch. These are not sewn on there. These are not glued on here. These are all hand stitched on here. So all this is sewn on there, and then I put the little prayer on a little parchment scroll, and it goes in there like that. So you could do either like a scroll or a pouch. Okay. Yes, well, this is not my slow stitching. That's the Cantha cloth that comes with that stitching on it. But this is my slow stitching around the edges. And I do sew on the beads. And then I glue the back. I flip it over and glue it to itself so you can't see any of the stitching on the back. It's on the back of this ribbon. Do you know what I mean? So I make these. I don't make them that often. I've made quite a few, and they're on my Instagram. But anybody can make something like that. Prayer pouches, prayer scrolls. If you know somebody that needs prayer or good wishes or good thoughts, it depends on the person, what they would like. Let me put some of these little things back in here. Fell out. But I said all that to say that this that I'm getting ready to pull up here, and it's going to take up the whole table, is where I store. Yeah, Christine, you got one, a prayer pouch? Okay. And most of the time I've made them for people that are really, really sick. So this, and I can barely lift it. This is where I keep a lot of the supplies for that stuff. I'm going to have to figure out how to. All right, let me see. All right, I'm going to take off the camera to show it to you. Then I'm going to move this to the side, and I'll show you some of the stuff in it. Okay, so let me see here. Hang on, guys. I'm going to move the camera here. Hang on. Let me take the cords down. Right, I'm going to cover it up while I move it. Okay, so here we go. Is this upside down or right side up? Upside down. Everybody look away if you get dizzy. Okay, so it's this. This right here. See how big it is? I can't show it from the top because it's just too tall. So this right here, I got at Hobby Lobby on half price. I got Samantha exact one too. She keeps her sewing stuff in it. So I'm going to try to, and I'm not good at vlogging, guys. I'm not good at holding the camera and doing this kind of thing, but I'm going to try my best, okay? So what's nice about this is lots of compartments, and it kind of does get a little fussy, finicky with all the different things, but I like it because there's lots of compartments. So this comes down, this comes up, and then on the inside here, see, I have all that little stuff like it's my Angie bowl. I'm going to put all that stuff in here. So little jewels, clips, little things that go on the prayer pouches, keys. And I know it's going to not be, there's Hubster. It's not going to focus very well, but this comes like this. Then this lifts up. Wait, let me put this down. Hang on, guys. It's going to be, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I'm not good at camera. All right. This comes up. And then down in here, I have different, ribbons and that kind of stuff. Then in here, I've got to close this or it's not, I can't do this with this open. Well, stay down there. All right, let's see. I don't want that to pop open. So in here, I have a lot of my, jewels and hangy things for the prayer pouches, buttons, and all this kind of stuff. And then these come on wraps. And they don't come with, none of the stuff comes in it. This is all stuff I put in here. Then down here are this opens up here. And then I put different jewels and old jewelry and pins and things like this that I hang on the prayer pouches. So this is kind of my prayer pouch and sewing. It's not really my sewing stuff. I have another thing with sewing, like threads, needles, that kind of thing. But this has got, all right, let me show you inside the drawers here. So I've got little, what do you call it? Appliques, pins, buttons. Oh, that's some vintage threads, more little appliques, pins for prayer pouches, wire, wood, metal, some twine, little flowers, just little stuff like right in here. All right, hang on, because that's just kind of all kinds of junk. I'm going to take all this stuff from Angie Bowl. See, all that can go in there. Okay, so yeah, so that's what's in this. And I don't want that to fall. There we go. So I'll close all that up in a minute. And then this closes up. This closes up. Well, there goes my cord. Just don't put the cord in there. So yeah, it's huge and it's heavy, but it holds so much stuff. So yeah, there we go. All right, so let's see. Yeah. Sorry, Tina. I try to warn y'all that I'm not good at moving the camera around. If you get dizzy, look away. I warn y'all. So don't be fussing at me, Tina. All right, guys. Well, I think I'll go ahead and head on out, and then I'll hang my camera back up and do all the rest of the stuff. Hubster's home. So I'm going to go fix him some lunch, and we'll see you at Janet's at 1. So, all right, guys. Thanks for being here. I hope y'all enjoyed the giveaways and the little, stuff. All right. Any last questions or anything? Yeah, I try to be organized. I really am organized. I really am, Devin. With all the stuff, it is, I do try to keep it organized. All right, guys, y'all have a great rest of your day, and we will see you at Janet's at 1. There's Janet's name right there. All right, guys. Bye.